Hello and welcome to What Should I Play in Modern? Welcome Simon Goertzen. He's going to walk us through this. And all right, let's say I want a good entry point to Modern. I'm just starting out and I'm a standard player and I like to play decks like Chain Whirler, for instance. What do you think I should play in Modern?
Okay, so you're used to playing red-black aggro, maybe even mono-red aggro?
Right.
Why not move to the mono-red deck in Modern, red-white burn? Well, that's not quite mono-red, but you are mostly playing red spells. Look at this deck.
As long as I've got red, I'm feeling good here, Simon. Why do you think this is a good deck for somebody like me?
Well, the thing is, these kind of aggro decks, these kind of burn decks, they are often considered the simplest decks, but it's not really true. It's the decks that have a very one-dimensional game plan, but also you're getting immediate feedback as to whether your actions are really helping you to win those games or not. The decision whether to Lightning Helix, for example, the first creature your opponent plays, or to point it straight at the dome, is the difference maker in a lot of these matches.
All right, what if I'm somebody that's, I don't know, a lot like me, for instance, and I like to do really kind of fun, cool, splashy things, but I also kind of like evasion and I like to feel safe with my deck. What should I play?
Well, we all know your favorite deck, Maria, and of course it's Bogles. Now, it's kind of interesting because on the one hand side, you are trying to do something splashy and powerful, but you're not willing to risk it all, right? You're not going for the storm combo that might just fizzle and then you're there and you have nothing. No, you want to build something that lasts and that will hopefully carry you to victory. Putting Daybreak Coronet on a hexproof creature is the way to go.
Oh, no better feeling in the world, Simon, than that Daybreak Coronet. Okay, speaking of big, splashy, and powerful things, what if I really want to do something like that early in the game, maybe by turn 3, wink, wink, wink?
Well, that would be Tron. Mono-green Tron is the premier Tron deck in the format. You can also play blue Tron, you can play splash colors in mono-green, but this is the list that you're looking at if you want to have an entry point into Modern where you don't have to hide when it comes to power level. You are playing some of the most powerful cards in Modern, and we all know how good these colorless decks are right now.
Okay, how about I'm somebody that really likes to attack with creatures, but I like math, for instance. I got into Magic because I like thinking about a lot of moves like that, and kind of my deck is already assembled for me, like there's a deck building restriction, for instance.
Well, then you're the Frank Karsten demographic. Something that's really important about this is it's not just about math, but it's about the reward you're getting from piloting a deck like Affinity. It is really easy to pick up, but so difficult to master. You can spend a lifetime becoming the best possible Affinity pilot you can be. Whether you're Frank Karsten, whether you're a Patrick Dickman, whether you're just starting to pick up Modern as a format, I think this deck, similar to Burn, really teaches you the ropes of the format.
Okay, how about the creature players out there who love attacking with a bunch of little creatures and maybe Anthem effects or maybe sneaking them into play? What do you think is up my alley if I'm somebody like that?
In that case, you really want to be playing one of the Ether Vial decks, and there are a bunch of them. Merfolk is actually not so popular anymore, but we have Band Spirits and 5-color Humans as two really good tier 1 decks in the format. I think Humans is the most played Modern deck at this event, and for good reason. Aggressive, one-dimensional, but at the same time resilient and with a lot of ways to interact through Meddling Mage and Kitesail Freebooter.
And you know, you're talking about this as an entry-level deck, and it's tier 1. This
Absolutely.
is a very good deck.
And the fact that you can play a 5-color deck and you almost never have mana issues is a huge bonus.
Okay, how about the opposite side of the spectrum, somebody who wants to be very controlling? So if I'm a Boggles, if I'm a Humans, Megan's a control player. What is she going to be playing in Modern?
Megan, but also Riley, for example.
Yes.
If he sees Celestial Colonnade, he just, I don't know what happens inside of him, but it's something for sure. So Blue-White Control and Jeskai Control are your decks. Generating value with especially Snapcaster Mage and working yourself up towards Cryptic Command, Jaces, and the new addition, Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. I have my reservations right now regarding the positioning of Jeskai and Blue-White Control in Modern, but looking at this field, Blue-White Control is actually super popular with the pros.
Yeah, we've been seeing some big names playing these decks, which I was kind of surprised to see, but pretty cool stuff. What if I'm somebody who likes to put together a puzzle when I play my deck, something combo-y? I like to assemble a few pieces and then have a big, you know, a big win, maybe out of nowhere.
Yeah, so the puzzle part, a lot of different decks in Modern actually give you. You can play any kind of combo deck, really. Ad nauseam combo comes to mind. Lantern Control is really a puzzle piece. But the deck that's gaining traction right now is Clarkrun Ironworks. If you've seen any of Matt Nass play, 3 GPs and just 2 wins and I think it was a top 4 finish. Incredible performance with this deck because he put in the time to learn the intricacies of this deck. This is for people that value feeling smug, feeling smart about knowing everything that's going on at every point in the game.
And it really rewards you, too. I mean, if you know what's going on, you're playing this deck, chances are you're going to win.
Absolutely. And Matt Nass is winning with it. Ben Stark is winning with it this weekend, even though his demographic is not really that of a KCI player.
All right, let's talk about if you want to play the new hotness, Simon. I want to be playing the best, the coolest, the newest kid in town. What am I picking up?
Well, Maria, we've been talking about graveyard decks, we've been talking about aggro and control decks, and actually the other pillar of Modern is graveyard decks. Back in the day, I would have answered Dredge. I would have answered Hollow One last Pro Tour. Now the next big thing is actually Vengevine. Either black-red or with the ability to cast the green monster. But look at this deck and try to take it all in with a single look at this crazy deck. Most cards are not even intended to stay on the battlefield, right? That's crazy. And well, you have to deal with variance a little bit. Similar to Hollow One, you have to be, this is not the safety net, right? That you have with Bogles. It's really, I'm going all in, and I accept that some games, things will not work out for me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Simon Goertzen. There's a look at what to play in Modern.